Okay, perfect. Thanks for hopping on, guys. We're going to do the pop-up. I'm calling you guys my pop-up diamonds because we're going to get you back popping up. So we're just going to kind of go over, Miranda and Leah just shared some struggles that they're having with building their business and focusing their time and, life stresses that have kind of jumped in and can be physically draining and emotionally draining. And God is an awesome God, and who can better relate to that than me right now? So, I hear you guys. I hope you know that I respect everybody's decision for doing what you need to do for your family, for what you need to do for you. Like, first and foremost, I want you to know that, like, I am not disappointed. I hear that all the time. I don't want you to be disappointed in me. I'm not disappointed in anyone forever putting your emotional needs, your physical needs, and your family needs before this business, because you're not going to attract great quality people if you're in a bad place anyway. So first and foremost, like, I'm proud of you for taking a step back and trying to figure out what you want, but not quitting. That's the key, right? So, because I'm still where I'm at was in December, and I'm okay with it. I'm like, it is what it is, and I'm growing a human, and I'm raising kids, like, it is what it is. So, but I think, I've had the last 6 weeks, and my business is completely flipped around. My motivation is completely flipped around, and all it takes is just a little bit of motivation and consistent determination to keep going. So the first thing I want you guys to kind of focus back on is forget recruiting. Like, get that word out of your vocabulary. It's not a priority right now. We're not going to get you to diamond again by recruiting. We're going to get you to diamond by focusing on your challengers. Past, present, and future. I told myself back in June, I said, I shared this with Sarah yesterday, and it's very humble that I share this. I have not signed a new coach in probably 4 or 5 weeks. Nothing. And I'm 110% okay with it. Because mentally, I don't have it in me to train someone right now. Like, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. And part of that's because I don't have a system in place. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. But, I just wasn't there. So my focus has just been to concentrate on my challengers and to focus back on them and to get back into a good, uplifting, motivating template, new recipes, a new system in place, making sure I'm reaching out to them Sundays and Mondays and saying, hey, how was the past week? What are we doing this week to focus on? So I encourage you for the next 6 weeks, for July and August, focus on your challengers. Focus on getting them started with the correct challenge pack. Don't have them enroll with Country Heat just because it's the new one right now. Ask them questions. Make sure they're getting started with the right program. Make sure they're getting started correctly on the right program. Send them the recipes. Ask them if it's email, text, or a Facebook group that they want to communicate in. Use the challenge app. So, for me, what I'm doing is I'm plugging them into a Facebook group. They're in there. I'm telling them that's where the meal plans are. That's where everything is. But then they get me on the challenge group app. Because the groups, especially if you're in my group, it gets really big and people can get lost or they don't want to share. Or sometimes people think other people can see, and so they don't want to share too much. But when I do it through the challenge group app, it takes a little bit of work to get it set up. But they're checking in their Shakeology every day. They're checking in their workout. They're sharing selfies. And in that place, I do every Friday for this one, I'm doing a little giveaway, like this past Friday was tell me how focusing on your nutrition, adding Shakeology, and adding a workout in for the last 5 days has made you feel. What have you noticed differently? And everyone responded. And I gave them a little prize. I did a drawing, but it gets them communicating with each other, communicating with you. I just really like the challenge group app. So, yeah.
Oh, so do you find that, I just want to let you know I had a question, because that's kind of where my focus right now is going. I'm piggybacking on your giveaways. Because like I said to you, I've just taken my paychecks for the last, couple weeks and just bought a whole bunch of stuff from the Beachbody website. I'm buying, note cards and envelopes and return address labels and just getting my mindset back into that sort of thing. So do you think, little giveaways to big giveaways, obviously that makes, it creates more participation, and you think it's worth it to keep people engaged and to get new customers and to continue engaging the current customers, and just like different giveaways for different situations?
Right. I think it's really helpful because I feel like they feel valued, and it's customer service. So I have been like just those little, like the little giveaway that I did, I'm just going to send them a hydrate challenge or a hydrate pack and an energize pack. That's it. Nothing crazy, with a little handwritten note, congratulations.
Cheap to mail.
Huh?
Cheap to mail.
Yeah, cheap to mail. I don't have to go to the post office to do it.
Right.
Fixate, for anyone who joined in June, got a Fixate cookbook, and I'll probably do that again for July. Like, I don't even know where these Success Club points came from for July, so I haven't sent one Fixate cookbook. I don't know. I'm just like praising the Lord. He's blessing me so that when the baby comes, I'm fine. But anyone who ordered a challenge pack, getting them set up with a Fixate cookbook or a shaker cup and some recipes or something like that. Like those little things to help them be more prepared. Like maybe it's not a Fixate cookbook. Maybe it's a second set of containers to say, hey, these are really going to be helpful. That way you can prep, 2 days ahead of time, or, you can, however you want to word it, but it's helping them. And I think that provides more value. The people that have been with me and stuck with me this year and like haven't left me, I just keep at the end of the challenge group, when they make it through, I gave the top 3 participants, each hydrate or those Les Mills DVDs when they were on for the summer sale. And I sent the top 3 participants just a new Ford DVD. Like, I just think it helps them feel valued, it helps them feel important, and it helps them feel like their hard work was recognized, even if they didn't lose a ton of weight.
Right.
So I would really and make sure that you're, I'm really bad at this, so maybe I'm just preaching, like maybe you guys are good at this, but I suck at checking in with them all the time. Like I suck at liking their comments or commenting back when they do check in. So, I've made that a priority at night, that is when I'm watching TV, like I'm in my challenge group app and I'm liking and commenting and engaging with them. And today I'll get on and I'm going to message everyone and say, hey, how did the week go? How are you doing? So really focusing on your challenge groups. And I tell you that because I feel like that's where you guys got all excited, especially the 2 of you on here. Like,
oh, I definitely did. And my problem is I haven't run a challenge group, I think, since last October or November. Because when I say I took a step back, I mean, like I pretty much stopped what I was doing. And I was really bad with even checking in with current customers and just seeing how they were doing. So getting back into, I feel like I'm starting all over. So bear with me if I have a lot of questions, because I may have forgotten some stuff.
But I think that's also like send all your past customers an email and say, hey, I really just wanted to take a moment and apologize. Like I sent this to coaches, to inactive coaches the other day, like, hey, I just want to take a minute to apologize. I've had a lot on my plate and I really haven't checked in with you. How are your health and fitness goals? How are you doing? What are you focusing on right now? Is there anything I can help you with?
Is it tacky to do like a mass email just to say, hey, this is where I've been. I want to get with you guys one-on-one or something like that?
No, I think that would be fine.
Tacky, or is it just, or do I need to do it more personal, you think?
I think it depends on the person. Like if you know them, I probably would send them a personal one. But if it's like someone that you maybe like someone you met through your like page, like a bunch of them, or just get a list and copy and paste and send Facebook messages, like whatever. But I think
you don't use MailChimp anymore, right?
I use Constant Contact.
Constant Contact, that's right. Is it easy to input email addresses and stuff in there? Because I know with MailChimp, you don't do it. Somebody else does it. That's nice. Nice for you.
Yeah, I worked really hard.
I know you did.
But she says it's really user friendly. I know Sarah's, I think, is going to start using it, but I think I uploaded like lists, so you can go to your Team Beachbody. Christina. Hi, Peanut.
Sorry about that.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
You can go to your Team Beachbody like page and do your customer search and like download anyone who's purchased the challenge pack or anyone, like you can sort it like that and then download that list and just upload that list to Constant Contact. I think it's pretty simple.
Okay, good. I remember when I tried to start MailChimp, it was not easy.
I think Constant Contact's a lot more user friendly, and you can do a 30-day trial.
Okay, cool. How much is it after the 30 days?
I want to say 15 or 20
a month.
Okay.
How?
I think.
And that leads me. Sorry, I'm trying not to be all over. I'm piggybacking on what you're saying, but what percentage of your business income do you put toward investing back in your business each month?
I couldn't give you a number.
But do you have like, okay, let's say, I don't know, I'm throwing out 10%, more than that?
Back into my business?
Yeah. Just buying stuff for giveaways, putting
probably
that toward
20 to
note cards. Okay. Hopefully I'll start making more money.
Like my assistant and giveaways and like that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, I have it all tracked, so I could probably go back and find the percentages for you, but.
And just a ballpark is fine.
I would say that. Facebook ads right now are huge for me. Like promoting this post that I have is going crazy.
I saw that.
Oh my God. I was like, well, last time I did $60 behind it. I'll do 100 and see what happens.
That's great. That's great though. But so I know I should probably go back and just find a training on this because I don't even remember how to really get the people I want as far as like, what do I input for their interests and their likes. So I should probably not even, that's a whole nother thing.
I'll write it down and see what I can find for you. But I would just go to YouTube and do Facebook ads for Beachbody. Okay. But I would say also like what I'm doing is from Jesse Regan's social media training.
Okay.
So you might not be able to find exactly what I'm doing. But again, like that was some of the best $300 I've ever spent on my business. Like hands down, the best, so going back to that, like, don't go back to, like focus on challenge groups. So I want you to figure out when is your next challenge group going to be. And this is something that I don't think I've taught you guys really well is start promoting that right now. Like my challenge group post that's up right now is for August 8th, which in my mind seems so far away because I'm pregnant and that seems like it's still like so far away. But by the time you cultivate those relationships and get follow-ups in, like now you're not inviting on Monday and following up on Friday. Like, are you going to purchase today or not? Like I have 2.5 weeks, like cultivate this relationship and say like, oh crap, they've ignored me for the last, 4 days. Well, I can follow up again this week and they still ignore, so it gives yourself a little bit more time. So figure out when your August challenge group is going to be and start promoting that right now. Even if it's like August 15th, start promoting it right now to give you that time to cultivate those good relationships, pair them with the perfect program for them and get their program purchased, by the end of the month. So, invite past challengers, like really just focus on your challenge groups, like focus on the next 2 weeks, building great relationships. And then once they get plugged into that challenge group in August, like really focusing on that challenge group. Because that's given me such a fire back. So I'm not even looking at these people like, oh, awesome, you're going to be prospects to add for coaching next month. Like that's not even where my mind's at. My mind's at like, just, you can't eat the cord. Like getting that fire back for hearing, like I have two twin local moms in my group that I've like been friends with on Facebook forever. And they both just reach out to me and, like hearing them like in their stories right now and like knowing like that frustration that they're feeling, like it's bringing it all back. So really focus on your challenge groups and your clients and just keep pouring into them. The second thing that I would make sure that you're doing, and this is to Leah's point of, attracting the right people that want to work the business, something that they said to me at the New Leadership Conference in January was, whatever you hook somebody with, you have to keep them with. So if you're hooking people with like this convenient, woo, fun, fly by the seat of your pants lifestyle of, well, you can do coaching whenever, then they're going to do coaching whenever. If you talk about how it fits into your lifestyle, it's easy to fit into your lifestyle once you figure out the system, or, you know, like you can do it when the kids go to bed, you can do it when the kids nap, like that kind of thing. Like you can do it when it works for you, but there's a little bit of structure behind it. They're going to be more likely to know that that's the expectation. So how you're presenting the coaching opportunity to your viewers on Facebook is what they're going to expect to experience. And then they enroll, and then we send them this email of do this, do that, do this, do that, do that. And they're like, what the heck? Yeah, this was like fly by the seat of your pants, have fun with it type of thing. You know?
Right.
You know, if you're hooking them with finances, then you're going to have to keep them with finances. If you're hooking them with awesome products, like they're going to want something new all the time. If you're hooking them with like this huge transformation financially right away, like they're going to expect that. So who do you want on your team that, you know, that you can keep them with? And so I really started talking about community and building my confidence and building this as a 3-year journey that's continuing to keep going, and not, you know, oh, I'm 3 years in and I'm perfect now. Like my confidence is great and my body's fantastic and da da da. Like it's a continuous journey of growth development. You know, so are you like who? And there's no right or wrong way, but just make sure that whatever you're painting the picture of Facebook on your like page is what people are seeing, and that's what attracting them. But if that's really not how your business is run, it's really hard to keep them with that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. You don't want to paint them a false picture.
Right. Right. You don't want to paint them Lindsay Matway's lifestyle right now when she's been working for 7 years to get that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Lord knows I don't have that lifestyle.
Exactly. Exactly. So, you know, talk about, and this is the second thing I encourage you to do over these next 6 weeks as you're building up your challengers, but on your Facebook page, what is coaching doing for you, especially as you go into Summit? Like you guys are an awesome opportunity because you get to talk about that community, these friendships that you guys get to see and actually be physically there with each other, you know, next week together, like what that's done for you. You know, what has coaching done for your confidence? What has coaching done for your physical life? What has coaching done for your financial life? What has coaching done for your spiritual life? What has coaching done for your marriage? How has it helped you as a person versus just, you know, a banging body and awesome finances? Like, so start sharing those hooks, and they don't even have, or those jabs, I guess. You don't want them to be hooks right now. Like, don't focus on like inviting people to that necessarily right away. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So instead of focusing on inviting to this coaching opportunity, just continue the jabs about what coaching has done for me and how it has helped me grow and what it's doing for me right now, and just continue that until I'm ready to really start focusing on bringing people on my team.
Yeah.
Because right now I feel like I should probably focus on the coaches that I have now that really do want to work the business, and possibly even start creating a really great training for them now and getting them to, I don't know, maybe even guide me on what needs to happen. And then I guess when I feel comfortable with that, just start bringing people back on. Right. Because I told Tim, I was like, I don't want any more discount coaches. I really don't, because it makes me so sad when they just drop, or, you know, no communication.
I told Sarah yesterday too, like to what you just said, like I don't want a bunch of discount coaches, because if they cancel his discount, that means they're also canceling their Shakeology.
Exactly.
And I've lost them as a coach and a customer.
Exactly.
So I'd rather just keep you as a customer and keep you happy. So I want you, that's what I'm saying, like focus on just the customer aspect. And then when you see those people in the challenge groups that are like seeing awesome results and like think that they would make a great coach, even if they're seeing awesome results, like doesn't mean they'd make a great coach. But when you see those characteristics that you want on your team, then invite them, you know, and lead with the opportunity as the discount, as the bonus, not the discount as the lead, and then the opportunity as a bonus. Like,
funny.
So, And then number 3 is, and Leah, you did an awesome job sharing this on the team the other day. I don't want to like rush out of here, but I have like 10 minutes. Get back to posting. Because even if it's something that you don't think is like so inspiring or whatever, it's like mundane. Like I've had more traction on my page over these stupid pregnant posts or just like a picture of my food or whatever, because I'm just continuously posting and just like being funny and being real and being you. So it doesn't have to be like, you know, this elaborate post. I don't even have words on my pictures half the time. They're not even filtered. Like just get back to being you and sharing you, and people see that, like that they're going to want to connect with you. So if you've taken a little step back from posting, I encourage you to get back into it 3, 4, 5 times a day.
And I'm doing the time, like last night when I was watching my shows, I just scheduled probably 3 out of my 5 posts for today. And I'm, you know, probably going to do one on this call, and then, you know, something else later. But I think that's really helped me too, because before I was just doing it at the seat of my pants day to day, maybe like, oh, what should I post about right now? You know, and then just being able to schedule it in the morning or schedule it the night before has helped me, because then during the day I'm not like as worried about it, and I can actually plan it and figure out what I want to say.
And don't feel like when you post, like just post and walk away if it's not something that's like crazy urgent, you know, like if it's a challenge your post, don't post and walk away. But if it's just a post about your recipe that day, like post, walk away, like don't feel like you have to check. Like I'm awful at that. I'm like, ooh, I want to see how many people, like, ooh, you did it, you know? And that's something that I'm working on, that like I can just do a post and put my phone down and walk away. Like I'll check the excitement later.
My issue also is I want to share it on my personal page, because I feel like my warm market is still my strong market. And I'm really getting frustrated and need to figure out, and which is why I think I'm going to be doing these giveaways, is to grow my cold market, because that also has never been my strength either. So
what I have been doing is I post all of my fitness, my recipes, health, like all of that is on my like page. Country Heat post on my personal page yesterday was the first post that I've had like fitness related in probably a few months. So everything fitness, like pretty much business, health, whatever related is on my fitness page. My personal page, I have just posted as if it was just me without Beachbody.
But was it always like that, even with a smaller base? Like right now, your customer base is obviously much bigger than mine, and your like page maybe has, well, it definitely has more likes and people even looking at it in their news feed. My issue is I don't know if these people are seeing it in their news feed.
Well, so what I was going to say is like post it on your like page so that your like page gets out there and your warm market starts going to your like page.
Right.
Tag you and Tim in personal, like tag your personal profiles in your like page. You're gonna have to do it from your computer or do it from Safari on your phone.
Okay.
But that way, like the photo will pop up in your timeline. Like it'll pop up that Leah Lyons was tagged in Leah Lyons Live Life, whatever.
And then I won't have to share it.
And then, or you can share it here and there.
Okay.
Some coaches like to share everything on their like page. I personally do not like going through my phone and seeing so-and-so shared this, because I just scroll through it. So I'm like, well, I don't want to see what they shared. I want to see what they posted. Like, but then I think that, you know, Leah, you are right. Like you can still post a little bit of your fitness and stuff on your personal page. Like, I'm not saying take it completely away.
Yeah. I just feel like that's where my business has been really coming from, has been my personal page and not my like page. I want to reverse it, but I know if I try to do it all too soon, then my warm market is going to disappear, and I don't have a strong cold market yet. So I don't want to lose business, you know?
So I would share, like, if you do a fitness post and then, you know, maybe you do like for a recipe, for example, post it on your personal page Monday. Save it, schedule it, and post it to your like page on Thursday or something like that. So that way I don't want you to
do personal first and then like after that.
Well, don't post like personal and like on the same day of the same thing. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
She is laughing.
She likes it. She likes it.
You know what I mean? Like that way you can see, like, you have the same content, but it's on different days.
Right.
So that you're not feeling like you're posting this, like, if I'm scrolling through, I'm not seeing the same recipe from your personal and your like page on the same day. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like that's probably annoying to some people seeing my things
So,
twice in newsfeed.
You can reuse content and mix the content up a little bit.
Okay.
So I would try that, and then look into some Facebook ads or how to promote your page, your like page, even just a little bit here and there. I started out super small, like $20 or whatever from the 1st to the 5th of the month, and then my ad stopped, and I worked with those people, and then as my income built, then I just kept adding on days, 2 or 3 at a time, and just kept adding on until those never stopped. So,
and do you think the ones that you post ads for, is it pretty much just your invite posts?
That's all I'm doing right now. I'm not even promoting my like page right now.
Right.
I'm just doing a promoted post, not a boosted post. It's a promoted post, so it's through Power Editor.
Don't do boost posts, right? Because then it takes away traction for all the rest of your posts because they're trying to get you to buy it.
Yeah, Jesse Regan doesn't like that. He really believes in the promoted posts. So I would like maybe YouTube promoted posts. And see what you can find, but that's really been helping me, or just making sure you guys, like, going back, like, I've met so many people. I'm in this Pregnant and Due in 2016 group, and I've just been posting questions in there and answering questions and just getting my name out there. Like, somebody was talking about sore hips the other day, and I was like, oh, I have a perfect video, and I shared my video. I didn't share someone else's. I shared the video that I posted on my like page and was like, hey, check this out. But just, get back, like, Leah, go see if you can find a Pregnant and Due in 2016. Like, go in that group, because there's people who have 4-month-old kids.
Right.
And, post, maybe you don't really have a question, even fake like you have a question, and get those conversations going. Like, I'm looking at that as, like, they're not buying challenge packs right now. We're all 36 weeks pregnant. Like, no one's in. I can friend them and show them some love and show them some encouragement, and hi, baby. And, in January, when they're ready to kind of figure out life a little bit, like, we've established a good friendship. So getting back into those groups is not a bad place either to start building your cold market. Okay, and then the last thing I want to talk to you guys, and I think this is what's going to really help us. So if you can focus on challenge groups, you can create your dream team list. Like, who do you want on your team? What kind of person do you want? What kind of person do you want to help? I want to help the mom that's sitting on the couch in sweatpants and a sweatshirt going, oh my God, this is my life. Like, this is my life. Like, I'm 20 pounds overweight. My kids are stressing me out. They're going back to school. My husband's got his job and his thing. And here I am. I'm sitting like, what the heck? And I want to find that mom that's sitting on the couch, and I want to find her, and I want to love on her, and I want her to feel loved, and I want her to feel like she's worth it, and I want her to I want me before I got involved with Beachbody. And I want so that's who I'm going to start talking to. So who do you want on your team? So start thinking about that. Pour into your challengers, think about who your top coaches are. Get back, or your top coaches get back to posting 3 to 5 times a day and sharing your story, sharing your journey, and speaking to your niche. And then number 4 is, I'm creating a new coach system again, but we're going to take the Facebook group out of it. We're going to take like a check-in out of it. Like, I'm going to take that kind of stuff away. And so what my assistant and I are working on is a PDF checklist. So let's say a coach enrolls, then I'm going to send them a welcome email. Welcome to the team. Make sure you're on part of these groups. Here are the links, like blah, 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 like I do now. And then also subscribe here to start your new coach training. And they're going to subscribe to my Constant Contact account, which your new coaches will be able to subscribe to the same thing. So then once they subscribe there, it'll automatically send them week 1 training PDF, as well as like attachments or photos or whatever they may need to complete that training.
Okay.
So they can print this week-long PDF training, and it'll say like, make Facebook profile public, change photos so that it's clear and it's just me. Make sure you're added to these groups, and then I'll list the groups. And then I also here's the link to Meg's modules. Bookmark this. And then each week I have like 6 to 10 modules for them to watch, depending on the length of the video.
Mm-hmm.
And so it really gives them that set, like, you should be able to accomplish this in a week of.
Do you think you could, once you're done with that, send it to me, not just to share, but I think I want to like go through it myself.
Yes.
So that I know I've got all the trainings that I'm giving, and that I know that I can answer any questions that any new person may have, because I'll have all of that background knowledge too, just so that I know what they're going to get into.
Yeah.
And I've got firsthand knowledge of it.
Yeah. So like week 1's going to be like the foundations of your business, like getting things set up. And then week 2 will be like free groups and inviting and sharing your story and posting. And then week 3 will be challenge groups and how to invite and objections and why you should be drinking Shakeology and sharing your story and like things like that. And then week 4 is like rank advancement, emeralds, success, like that kind of stuff. And then the 5th week is how to maintain longevity in this business and what you need to do every day from here on out, like kind of refining the skills from 4 and kind of like, okay, now you have the training done. What do you need to do from here on out? But each week, so when they subscribe to this Constant Contact subscription, it'll automatically send them every 8 days the next week's training. So they'll have 5 weeks of training. They can do it at their own pace. And then in those PDFs, I'm going to put like, okay, if they're following an order, which if they're probably on this team, they're probably type A and following it in this order, then it'll say like, okay, here's these 5 modules, schedule a call with your upline, schedule a one-on-one call with your upline, or email your upline your list of 100. So it'll have them still have action steps to do that involve you, that if they're going through the training, they should be setting up one-on-ones with you every other week. Or, each week I'll say, jump on National Wake Up Call, jump on team call. Like I'll have those things as to-dos for that week. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it'll kind of take out that like check into Facebook group for your new coach training and for the team page and for the Important Team Fit Addicted and checking your coach online office. And, oh, by the way, did you check into the challenge group to, like all that check-in stuff? It'll kind of take that off, because that's how I got started with Meg, and I loved it. She sent me a list and said, do, and I did. And we would check in on a Zoom once a week. And, that's how I got my business started. And I was just like, maybe that'll work. Maybe, and if not, then we have this awesome system now of trainings and organization that we can kind of work into a different way each time if this doesn't work. But this way, the whole downline can use this. I can give you guys this link, and you guys can get your coaches started on the same exact training without waiting for me or waiting for a group to open or waiting on, like, they can start, as soon as they subscribe. So, I
would love to do that, like in conjunction with all of my 4 business coaches right now, and just all do it together.
Exactly. And so if you want to set that up, like, hey, we're going to start this on XYZ, and then maybe you schedule your own little team check-ins every second Monday of the month or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So when do you think did you say you already have that done, or?
We're working on it right now. So she just sent me week 1 to kind of go over how we want it. So once we get the plan of it and like the layout of it, it should be done.
Gotcha.
Like the next 10 days. My goal is to kick this off by August for sure. Because I was like, I need something that when I start recruiting, because I have 3 people that want to join with Country Heat for coaching, and I'm like having anxiety because I'm like, with these coaches, and I'm going to be in labor, and I have this new baby, and I'm not going to know what to do. So we are going to have this by August for sure. And then the other thing with that is my little gift to you is I'm going to have her create one for me, like Team FHK, my logo, my face, whatever, but I'm going to see if she'll create a blank one. And so that way you can put your team logo on it. You can put your name on it. And that way,
I like that idea.
But that way, like, your team, I was talking to Sarah yesterday about it. I'm like, that way your team sees your name and your picture and your team name on this training stuff, and not mine, thinking that you're not doing it. It's just,
And then if any of my coaches finally start their own team, they have a blank one that they can
Exactly.
put their logo on as well.
You know, like, whatever, we'll just share the wealth. And I know it sounds something so small, but I think it makes a big difference when you guys see a train with my name on it and stuff versus something that Meg handed down.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. So hopefully, you know, if we do that, it'll kind of give you that credibility of I am a leader. Spit up. I am a leader and I am here. Oh, I gotta go. Crap. I'm gonna be late. To your team as the leader of it. So, all right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brittany.
I just realized I gotta get to Tequesta.
Oh yeah, gotta get the kids, I guess.
Yeah. Bye guys, love you.
Bye.
Bye, love you. Thanks so much.